Hey guys, what's up? It's Sue here, and today I will be reviewing the very highly requested cushions, the moonshot cushions. So I have the Face Perfection Balm cushion, aka Blackpink cushion, and the Microfake cushion, aka GD cushions. So these are one of the most highly requested products by my non-Korean subscribers, so this review will be done in English, but the format will be the same as usual, so let's just go ahead and get this video started. Oh, actually, one more thing before we actually start this video. If you guys have any other requests to see any other cushions, just leave them down in the comments down below. I know I haven't been the most fastest in doing my reviews on cushions, but trust me, I will eventually get around doing them, so leave them down in the comments down below. And I think I just said down like 3 times in that sentence. But anyways, let's get this video started. So first, I just want to go over the packaging real quick. These are just your monotone, very simple designs. And this, the Face Balm cushion, or the Perfection Balm cushion, is a beige color, while this Microfake cushion has a black color. And they're pretty much, you know, very simple, very similar, except that the only difference between them is that this balm cushion, I don't know why I can't memorize this name properly. This Perfection Balm cushion has a net inside. So as opposed to your regular cushions with the sponges inside, this actually has a net, which I prefer. And this Microfit cushion is your regular sponge cushion. So it has a sponge inside and you just work your way with them. Now, that's for the packaging. Real simple, nothing too flashy, nothing too fancy schmancy. Let me just talk about the shades as well. So I got them both in 201, but the thing is, even though they're the same 201 shade, they're different. So this has a more lighter pink undertone, whereas the moonshot Microfit cushion 201 has a more yellow undertone. So please be aware of that. I do prefer the color on this cushion way better, just because it gives me a more lighter complexion to my skin, which, you know, I'm a Korean girl, I love me some, you know, really nice white. That sounds racist. Fairer, yes, fairer complexions. Even though they're the same 201, this one will give you a lighter shade. And there are 3 shades in total for both of them, so they each have 101, 201, and 301. 101 is the brightest, and that's for if you have maybe a color tone of 21호, so number 21 in the Korean shade. I'm in between 21 and 23, so these work perfectly for me. But if you're anything lighter, go for the 101, and then if you're anything darker, then go for the 301.
Alright, so let me now show you how it actually applies. So first, I'm applying this face balm cushion, and this cushion went on a bit more matte. Because it's called the balm cushion, I thought the formula would be more dewy, but it actually was a bit drying. So at first, it would seem to give you a nice dewy glow, but right after that second, it would turn out to be a bit more matte. And I have combination to oily skin, which means that I do have dry areas on my face, such as my cheeks. And when my dry areas would get kind of bad, when they would get real bad, the cushion wouldn't apply nicely. It would apply patchy and dry up, especially around my nose and my cheeks. So it would settle nicely on the oily parts of the skin, like my forehead or chin. But during the week that I was testing it out, there were more times that it wouldn't settle well onto my skin than it actually did, or would. As for the coverage, it had okay coverage. It doesn't give you 100% full coverage, and it still misses out on the bigger spots or acne, but I would say this gives you around like 70% of the coverage. The formula itself is very light, which I loved, and the final finish of this cushion is actually, for me, a bit semi-matte. So now let me apply the Microfit cushion. So this cushion, I gotta say, applied way more nicely onto my skin, and even on the days that my dry parts would get pretty bad, it would still apply decently on the skin. So I was very impressed, and it covers up the pores as well, and I have to say I did like this cushion way better than the balm cushion. And as for the coverage, it is said that this cushion has a sheer to average coverage, but honestly I thought it had pretty decent coverage, almost comparable to the face balm cushion, so I was pretty content with the coverage. And the formula, this one also has a light formula, and as for the final finish, it was more mattifying. I also tested out the longevity, and I tested it out for about 6 hours with this balm cushion, and I thought that the longevity or how it holds on onto your skin really depends on the condition of your skin. So I've noticed that if I was having a dry skin day, the cushion will remain dry, but if I was having an oily day like in this footage, it would also get oily. So I do feel that this cushion works best if you have normal to oily skin, and on the days that I did have oily skin, it would still hold up pretty well, but you do want to watch how much product you put on the first place, because if you put too much and your face gets oily, it will melt, and that does not look pretty. As for the Microfake cushion, I did test it out for a bit longer, and it is more mattifying, so even if you have oily skin, it would still block your skin from being too oily. So naturally, if you have dry skin, this cushion will feel a bit too matte. Now, as for the longevity, I do feel that the Microfake cushion did hold out way better than the balm cushion. So if you have oily skin or live somewhere humid, this might work better for you.
Alright, so let me just quickly summarize what I think about these cushions each. So to be honest, I was kind of disappointed with this one just because I had a really high expectation with this. This is supposed to give you that flawless, nice balm skin look, but it really didn't work for my skin. It didn't really settle well, and I think that was the biggest problem. It just kind of wouldn't sit in well onto my skin, and it didn't give me that flattering complexion. So I was a bit disappointed. I will say that this gives you a nice coverage, and I do like the shade. It was perfect for my skin type. But other than that, I was like, about the skin. If you have dry skin, I do think this might feel a bit too dry for you. So that's that. On the other hand, I was very pleasantly surprised with this Microfake cushion. I really did like it. It went on really lightly. It went on nicely. It settled well onto my skin, making my skin look nice. And it didn't emphasize my dry patches as much as this balm cushion did. So I think this cushion is a really nice one. And I do see myself reaching for it a lot during the summertime. So if you have like oily skin or combination skin, or if you live in a humid area, I think this cushion might be your cushion to pick up when you go to the moonshot store. So yeah. Speaking of summer cushions, I am planning a huge video on summer cushions, my recommendations for this summer, and I am working on it very hard right now, and that video will come up on the end of this month. So it was also one of the highly requested videos, so I am working on it. It's like a big project. I'm testing out like 7 to 8 cushions, so bear with me, my loves, and I'll have that up by the end of this month. And yeah, this completes this video. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in my next. Bye!